Do y'all really think that everything we're seeing right now is by chance? It's not. Over the last few months, but especially the last few weeks, I've noticed a very disturbing chain of events. All these things are happening sporadically, just being thrown at us while we lead up to this eclipse. Now, I know you're thinking it has nothing to do with one another. Yes, it does. A quick rewind so y'all can get into my mind. We had the Moscow attack that just happened. There's been a ton of mass shootings in the US in the last month. We've had two huge, what they call geomagnetic storms in the last 30 days. The list of names of incriminated people keep getting longer and longer and longer. More on this later tonight. The royal family, the Rothschild, all these incredibly powerful dynasties having misfortune happen. And the red cows being sacrificed at the most opportune time ever. All while we await this eclipse, which, if you didn't know, it says air travel could be disrupted from 7th to the 10th of April. Warned by the FAA, not me. Now, I've already explained this eclipse to you in great detail, from the Salems to the Ninevehs to the National Guard and everything else. And I've showed you their supposed doomsday map, which aligns almost perfectly with their declassified document of the Adam and Eve story. Somehow they would know the future. It reminds me of the 40s when they were using astral projection to see what the opposition was doing, along with Project Looking Glass and all other sorts of divination, while our wealthiest citizens in the US have been preparing bunkers for a long time, but especially over the last month. You know, they say that Solomon is the wisest man to live, and he said there is nothing new under the sun. You may know it as history repeats itself. But I know one thing, we are in the last repeat. Again, I take you back to the great earthquakes of 1811 and 1812. That was 3 months after a total solar eclipse. Now here's what I came to say. We're not just looking at a physical alteration of the world and people, but spiritual. Before this came out, or before I got word of it, I had a huge warning that along with the false light, the Antichrist, the false prophet, the false movement, we are going to see demonic manifestations like never before. So why this? I saw this meme, and it really, really made sense. Pause to see it for longer. What we're seeing right now in the US and the whole world is demonic manifestations coming to pass, affecting the physical world in every single avenue we could even think about. That's what this was. Do you think this just happens randomly, just physically, just because? No. There's demons operating in high places. The Bible tells us that Satan comes to steal and destroy, so we know his demons do the same thing, and they're causing havoc upon the earth. And we have seen nothing yet, and everything we're seeing in the skies is God's drawing himself. And while this is all happening, I've seen the numbers 333 over 10,000 times in the last few weeks. Yet we know that Jonah, who went to go warn Nineveh, was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. First eclipse, Salem. The second eclipse, Nineveh. God's prophets are warning y'all, both in times past and right now, and the church refuses to hear them. I believe that when this eclipse comes in, America will be symbolically in the belly of the whale for 3 days, and if they do not repent, swift destruction will come upon them. I've never told y'all this before, but God has used the numbers 333 to declare his prophets to me. And the very first time I looked up 333 biblically to find out what God was trying to tell me over a year ago, this is exactly what came up. It will be a day of reckoning for those that pretend to love the Lord, and that they will know there was a prophet amongst them. And there has been now, and there were thousands of years ago. I tell you right now, without a doubt in my heart, 333 from the Lord right now means to repent. The trumpets are being blown right now. Do you hear them?